What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has officially been a full month of full-time freelance. Obviously, I still have the NFL contract, so I'll be doing the home games, but for the most part, my income is fully freelance. So today I'm gonna be going over with what gigs I've had this past month and how much I made this month. I'm really just gonna be going over the freelance work, and so all of the money that I'm gonna be telling you guys is not including my NFL or MLB contracts. I'm also just gonna be generalizing how much money I made altogether. I'm still pretty new to the whole full-time freelance thing and trying to figure out my day rate, trying to figure out what I'm worth. And so this is all pretty new. One of the first gigs I had that bled into October was a shoot for Athletes Unlimited. A production company out of St. Pete contracted me out as a camera operator / editor kind of thing. So that job took me out to Arizona for a couple of days. I think about 4 days, 2 travel days and then 2 full shoot days. And basically my job on set was capturing these things called bumpers. And bumpers are these super slow-mo shots of the athletes that go on broadcast. Basically, whenever an athlete gets a point or does something crazy on broadcast, they'll cut to a bumper and it'll be kind of just highlighting that player. And we did that for all, I believe there was 30 to 40 athletes we did in those 2 days. And so that was basically my sole job. And then on the back end, I was the one in charge of editing it as well, just because it would be easier just for the workflow process. Since I was already shooting it, I kind of knew what I wanted to edit and how I wanted the text to look and everything. So, and then in early October, I was working with Matt Moore with Elevate, and just doing some of his YouTube interviews, as well as kind of a good little batch of Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, just all-purpose short form content that he can post. And then for the past couple months, I've been videoing Antoine Winfield Jr, being his personal videographer, creating kind of hype edits for game days, creating YouTube videos for him, TikToks, whatever it may be. So I had a whole bunch of those videos come up in October. I think we had a creamsicle video. We went to a couple community events. It was all really cool. And just kind of diving into this new personal player brand development type role. And then since obviously he's a full-time athlete, full-time job, we try to film at least once a week whenever we can really get the time in. I don't try to take too much of his time because his time is valuable. He only gets 1 day off a week. I don't want to be that guy who takes up his full off day. And yeah, that's kind of how that format's working. And both of us are really liking it so far. The last weekend of October, I think I got hit up like 3 days prior to this event. This company called Client Ascension was hosting a mastermind for entrepreneurs, business owners, really just kind of how to scale their businesses, things of that nature. One of the co-founders, Andre, he hit me up wanting me to kind of capture some BTS of him personally. Andre kind of had me following him, not so much capturing the event, but just the interactions that he had with, you know, the fellow panel members, the people that were there for the mastermind, and just the connections that he was building. That was a Friday and a Saturday, and it took about from 9 to 4 both days. And then when Andre was speaking on the panel, I didn't really have any BTS content to film of him. So I kind of just sat back, took in what the panel was talking about. It was really beneficial for me financially and beneficial from the fact of a learning standpoint. Super thankful for him having me out there. And then a project that I started with a client, Shady Rays, they actually reached out to me via DM on Instagram after they saw one of my recent reels kind of take off a little bit. We started talking, seeing what they really needed. I probably can't show the footage on today's video because they have not posted it yet, but whenever that happens, I will obviously let you guys know, show you guys what I made for them. It was really fun just kind of getting to collaborate with a bigger name brand, seeing what they really need, and that kind of helps me going forward, trying to figure out what other companies need. I'm also doing some tracer work, some YouTube editing work. If any of you guys are familiar with the golf world, I'm doing tracers / editing some videos for AJ Pujols, who is a good athlete. And that keeps me pretty busy throughout the week too, when I don't have, you know, shoots to go to or other stuff going on. So I haven't been paid for some of these gigs yet, just because of in the industry, there's kind of like a net 30, net 60, net 90 kind of thing, where the company has up to 30 days to pay you, 90 days to pay you, whatever it may be. So I'm gonna give you the full number of what I made, and you can do with that what you want. My whole goal going into freelance is really to just replace what I made from a contract basis with like my W-2 jobs like the NHL, MLB, NFL. To take all that, what I would make in a year, and to replace that monthly with full-time freelance. And so I don't think I did too bad on my first month of full-time freelance. And like I said, this is not including NFL games, MLB games, so there's a little more on top of it. But for full-time freelance in the month of October, I made $4,900. The goal is to really just make a full-time living off of this, do what I love, and just take it one day at a time. Once I start getting consistent, more consistent outreach and really trying to figure out how I can close clients, which is something that I'm really new to. So it's all a work in progress. Obviously, I've been praying about it a lot just for God to kind of keep me and my wife financially stable through this whole thing. And you know, all of this is gonna work according to His plan. I was super close in the month of October to hitting that 5K, but this current month of November has been great. I definitely think we're gonna nail 5K. In the next couple months, I will be kind of, I guess, making a year-end recap of what I've made from Q4. Just kind of show you guys how my first quarter of freelance went. All of this too is pre-taxes. So I am trying to save up for the end of the year for when the great IRS bill comes in. I try to save about 30% of every payment that I get just to stow away for taxes, and I don't think the IRS takes all 30% of, you know, every freelance contract, but that's just kind of like a safety net that I have just in case. And then obviously 10% for tithing, can't forget that. I appreciate you guys for watching, tuning in. I hope this kind of brought you some sort of realization into the full-time freelance world. Obviously it's my first month. I got a lot more to do. I got a lot more clients to close, things of that nature. I'm super excited for what's to come. Knowing it's my first month and we're already almost at 5K a month is great. I would love to keep that consistent, and I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to tithe to the church and do all those good things and have some left over. Also, if you guys have any freelance advice for me, please drop it down below. I need all the help I can get. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.